Life will test you in ways you never imagined. It will strip away your plans, question your identity, and ask you to start over when you thought you were finally safe. We all know that moment, when it feels like the ground beneath you disappears and you're left holding nothing but questions. In those moments, people love to offer cliches. Stay positive. Everything happens for a reason. You'll come out stronger. But when you're truly in the dark, those words don't hold you. They float above your pain like balloons, pretty, but empty. There is one quote, though, that has quietly kept me alive in my hardest moments. It's simple, almost unassuming. No feeling is final. When I first heard it, I shrugged it off. It sounded too gentle, too obvious. But it found me again and again, each time like a quiet friend sitting beside me when no one else knew what to say. No feeling is final. It's a promise and a permission slip all in one. A promise that what you're feeling now will change, no matter how permanent it seems. And permission to stop defining your entire existence by this one painful chapter. We forget this when we're inside the storm. When anxiety has wrapped itself around our ribs. When grief has swallowed every color in the world. When shame has convinced us we're broken beyond repair. In those moments, our mind insists, this is forever. This is who I am now. This will never change. But every feeling you've ever had has eventually passed. Every heartbreak, every panic spiral, every wave of despair, they all moved, shifted, softened. Feelings are visitors. They arrive, sometimes uninvited, sometimes crashing through the door. But they do not own the house. They are guests, not landlords. This quote reminds me to hold my emotions lightly. To honor them without worshiping them. To listen without letting them become my entire identity. When life feels impossible, I return to this line, no feeling is final. It helps me breathe through the urge to fix everything right now. It reminds me that I don't need to see the entire path, I just need to survive this moment. It shows me that sometimes strength isn't about pushing through, but about waiting with patience and gentleness. We live in a world obsessed with instant solutions. Quick fixes. Fast relief. But some pain isn't meant to be solved immediately. Some pain needs to be witnessed, felt, and slowly metabolized. When you remember that no feeling is final, you stop fighting so hard to escape discomfort. You realize that pain isn't a personal failure, it's part of the human contract. And in that realization, something magical happens, you make space for healing. This quote also teaches me compassion. When someone else is drowning in their own storm, I don't rush to drag them out. I sit with them. I hold their hand. I remind them, no feeling is final. I don't try to erase their pain. I offer presence, which is always more powerful than premature solutions. Most of us are taught to be ashamed of heavy feelings. We're told to smile, to be strong, to hide the mess. But feelings are not weaknesses, they are signals. Grief means you love deeply. Fear means something matters to you. Anger means a boundary has been crossed. When you see emotions as messages rather than enemies, you stop running from them. You start listening, asking, what are you here to teach me? You become less afraid of the waves because you know they will eventually recede. No feeling is final has kept me steady when I felt like giving up. It has reminded me that even the most crushing moments contain seeds of transformation. That my sadness today might be the soil for tomorrow's wisdom. That every breakdown carries the quiet possibility of a breakthrough. I used to believe that healing meant erasing pain. Now I understand it means learning to live alongside it. To invite it in, offer it tea, and watch as it changes shape over time. Every feeling is a chapter, not the whole story. A single page, not the entire book. If you're listening to this right now and carrying a weight that feels endless, I hope you hear this deeply. No feeling is final. You are not your anxiety. You are not your heartbreak. You are not your failures. You are the space in which these feelings move and change and eventually leave. You don't have to rush your way back to joy. You don't have to force gratitude when your heart is heavy. You don't have to pretend to be okay when you're not. You just have to remember that this moment is not forever. That even if you can't see the horizon yet, it still exists beyond the fog. One day, you'll wake up and realize the heaviness has shifted. The colors are returning. Your laughter is softer but truer. Your heart, though scarred, beats with a new kind of strength. And when that day comes, you'll see that you didn't need to fix yourself, just to stay. To breathe. To trust that nothing inside you is permanent. So whenever life feels too much, whenever you forget your own light, Whenever the darkness feels endless, whisper to yourself, no feeling is final. Let it be your anchor. Let it be the hand that holds yours in the dark. Let it remind you that, just as the seasons change, so too will this. Because you, my friend, are more than any single feeling. And your story isn't finished yet.